You are capable of winning races, but you can't do it alone. It's time to elevate your game to the next level with RMR Driving Academy. Richard Murtaugh is the longest-running setup builder on iRacing with nearly a decade of experience. With a combined 13,000 rating across 2 accounts, Murtaugh has helped more than 20 drivers advance to the World of Outlaws Pro Series. Log on to rmrdrivingacademy.com or find them on Facebook and Instagram.
Good Wednesday evening, everybody. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the Midwest Truck Series. Tonight, the last great Coliseum. One of the best racing venues on the service. If you're not a driver, you don't want to be here. I can promise you that. This place will test every fiber of your being. If you call yourself a race car driver, you better be able to back it up. Bristol Motor Speedway, the high-banked half mile, the world's fastest half mile. 25 drivers in attendance. I just checked the lineup. The bounty money is available. All 4 drivers have checked in. Those 4 drivers will go to the back to tonight to start tonight's main event. It is 100 laps here. We have been watching these trucks, and the high line is good if you don't spin out. It's very loose getting in. The entry is very, 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 very loose. And when you go to apply the power, a lot of guys losing the right rear real quick. Truck spinning out. I think we're going to see some guys that are going to have to back it up, slow it down a little bit, play conservation mode and survival mode all at the same time. Watch a few of these drivers get around here. Let me know as the race goes on what you think of some of the camera angles, because we are trying out a new camera pack. We really like it so far, what we're seeing. There's some great angles, some good shots. We got 5 drivers in our Dash for Cash tonight. The driver that finishes the furthest up in the running order, the 12 of Hakes, the 55 of Gomez, the 8 of Everett, the 2 of Callis, and the 72 of Escobar are our Dash for Cash drivers tonight. We'll see who can be eligible for the bounty once qualifying is over. That's about 4 minutes from now. Once the top 4 in points get moved to the back, those 4 set the stage for the bounty money. Everybody that's left in the top 10 is eligible to take that bounty money. There's one of your drivers that's going to the back right there, Corey Blevins. He'll join Tony Martin, Brock Bigelow, and Adam Vinny at the back of tonight's field. Vinny did it at Kansas. Went to the back, worked to the front, won the race. He got second last week at St. Louis. And a hard-fought battle with the eventual winner in the 21, Garrett Boyd. Boyd picked up the bounty money the first time out. We'll see. Somebody can pick it up tonight. Got to come up with some rules and limitations, and we got to give those guys that have to go to the back a chance to go win something too. So we're going to do something. We don't know what yet. We don't know exactly what we're going to do yet. I want to say hi to Mr. Bill Vinny. Happy birthday. I know it was not today, but happy birthday anyway. I saw the post. Hello, Miss Jane, Miss Barbara, Robert. Mr. Martin is in the house again. I see Nerdy Girl. Not a lot going on over this summer. I think we all kind of remember from last summer, things slowed down a little bit, not nearly as many events. So everybody's getting out in the sunshine. God don't know why. It's been about a bajillion degrees outside, and it's been, in fact, the top of my head, my forehead, my face, my ears all got sunburned last weekend. I forgot to wear a hat. Got to enjoying the day, and the next thing I know, I'm hurting, and I've been hurting all week. In fact, my forehead peeled from my hairline down to my eyebrows last night after my shower. So I dried it out just enough, and I sweated just enough, I guess, that all that salt and everything kind of made it start peeling. It came off in a whole bunch of little pieces. We have got trucks spinning out all over the place here tonight. They are not racing on ice. I swear to you, they are not. It is just this track. This track is very well known for being very loose. If your car's a little tight, it's probably about perfect. If it's a little loose, this track it just accentuates that, and it makes it even worse. So, no, we're getting there just in time to see Beer Wars. Pabst Blue Ribbon taking on Budweiser. I don't know who won that. There's the 77. McLaughlin's got new paint on this truck. And I don't know. I got to say I kind of like that kind of black with the flat brown looking stuff. I mean, it looks good. You can see it. The numbers pop. He is all over the place loose. Oh, man. Yeah. Hello, Mindy. Did you get your noise-canceling headphones? I've been trying. I've been lobbying for those for a while now for you, girl. And I told him, you don't need to hear that stuff. You always know what happens before I do. And I don't think that's fair, first of all, but you don't need to hear all that. There's Jonathan Scott. He had a good run last week. He will not be in the invert forward this week. Man, that's just sad. Sad news. I'm going to keep pushing on him for that. I promise. I'm not going to stop. He needs to get those. Probably for you and all the kids. I mean, really. All right, drivers are about to make their way out. I can tell you that the first one that looks like he's going to roll out going to be Brock Bigelow in that 27 truck. $14.75 for Mr. Bigelow. Almost everybody is out now. We're going to try to catch a couple. $14.56 for your points leader. Adam Vinny in the 11. Michael Everett, second quick on lap number 1. Garrett Boyd was third quick. He was the same time down to almost the thousandths of a second. Sean McLaughlin with a smoking lap. And then smokes all 4 tires getting into turns 1 and 2. Oh, where's our 24 truck at? Let's go watch Corey Blevins. Here's one. Blevins 7th quick on lap 1. We'll see what he can do on lap 2. It's still Adam Vinny at the top. McLaughlin, Everett, Boyd, DeMore, the top 5. I'm not so sure about that camera right there. That camera almost gave me vertigo. It shook so bad. Hopefully somebody just hit the tower. That time Blevins goes P2. 14-6 for him. Cameron Watson about to put his first timed lap in. Tony Martin is out there. His first timed lap apparently did not count, so he is running lap number 2, and he's 12th quick. Oh, never mind. He was delayed. His time coming in was delayed. That camera is going to drive me crazy. I don't like that shaking. Whew. It's like screen door effect, and no, we can't do it. 13th quick for Mr. Watson. Lap number 2 is second quick. He was right there. Right there with Blevins at 14:60. A good top 10 tonight. So we know Vinny's going to the back. Watson will be up front. Blevins is going to the back. McLaughlin will be up front. So that'll be your front row. Then Everett. Boyd in the 21. DeMore in the 107. The 83 of Pearson. The 25 of Spalding. Bigelow goes to the back. Scott in the 51 will start inside the top 10. Mackey in the 99. Tony Martin's going to the back in 14th. He'll go to the last round. Then Coy Callis, who Dash for Cash driver, will be all the drivers eligible for tonight's $20 bounty, courtesy of Digital Sim Sports Network. They already had their drivers meeting. Last second instructions, and I'm sure that's coming from race control. Little things. If you get spun out, guys, hold your brakes because this track is banked. It's banked heavily. You will slide down, but at least guys will have time to react. Things like that. Tempers will be short. Let's keep it till after the race and come talk to us individually. Blah, blah, blah. I'm sure. Enough races here. Yeah, it can get pretty ugly pretty quick. Short tracks tend to bring out the not so best of everybody. Mr. Bill, I got to ask you, buddy, how was your birthday? Did the boys bring you some whiskey? And I have officially found something that I can tolerate that is not made by me. They stole my idea. I want my royalties, but I'm sure that's not going to happen because they took Crown Royal. They took the blackberry version of Crown Royal, and they put it in a can, put a little carbonation in it, put some lemonade in it, and they sell it over the counter. And it's pretty good. I wish the lemonade was just a tiny bit sweeter, but it's pretty good. It's not terrible. I was told today that I need to try salted watermelon whiskey, and so I guess I'm going to have to go and get a bottle of that and see how it does. I was told it is the next step up from my blackberry. So, I don't believe that for 2 seconds, but hey, what do I know? I'm just a monkey with a wrench. All right, we are going to run down the lineup. We know it is going to change. We'll get the top 10 once we get that shifted out. Your quick qualifier for the evening. The 11 of Adam Vinny and the 4 of Mike Forstner to his outside. How did I miss Mike in that list? So we're going to drop that one off and we're going to put the 4 in there. Yeah. Cameron Watson, the 31, Corey Blevins. The 24, Corey Blevins, also part of that top 4, and he'll go to the back. Sean McLaughlin, the 77. Michael Everett in the 8 there in row number 3 right now. They'll move up a little bit when we get ready to fire this off. Garrett Boyd, the 21, last week's winner. Row 4 with Austin DeMore, his nemesis in the first half of that race. The 107. Stephen Pearson in the 83 and Kevin Spaulding in the 25, making up row 5. Brock Bigelow, another driver, dropping to the back. He's qualified inside of row number 6 with Jonathan Scott in the 51 on the outside. That driver will go to the back. Brandon Mackey, the 99. Tony Martin, the 22. Tony, the last of the 4 to go to the back for being in the top 4 in points. Coy Callis, the 2. U. Escobar, the 72. That is row number 8. Row 9 is Corey Moore, the 45. Frank Chavez, the 23. Trevor Hakes in the 12. Frank Ranger in the 17. In row 10, row 11, Jacob Mashburn. Todd Keir in the 88. Mashburn, the 125. Then the 19 of Russell Harrell and the 55 of Kyle Gomez in our final row. Those last 2 rows will change just a little bit. We'll redo the top 10 once all the drivers have settled into where they're going to be. They're all sitting there nice and neat on pit road. Getting ready. We're waiting on what looks like Corey Blevins in the 24. Don't encourage him. Well, wait now. Hold on now. I didn't encourage anybody to do anything. All right, Josh, we're going to hold you to that. Spotted Cow. Well, you know, is that a small batch brewery, that Spotted Cow? Because I think I saw that when we were way up north a couple of years ago, but I've not seen it around here. All right, so it does look like the 31 of Watson next to the 4 of Forstner. That's row 1. And then McLaughlin in the 77, Everett in the 8. Boyd next to DeMore. Pearson next to, I guess that's Kevin Spaulding. And then Scott and Escobar in row 5. So that's your top 10 right now. Those 10 drivers eligible for tonight's $20 Beat the Heat bonus. The Heat being the top 4 in points. Those 4 drivers making up our final row will drop back. Corey Blevins missed the call. Corey Blevins did not start. If he doesn't make it out by the time we drop the green, our bounty money is gone. Unless he can get out here and get to within 1 lap of these guys. So we're going to see. We're going to see. Pace car out of the way. 100 laps on the board. Midwest Truck Series underway at Bristol Motor Speedway. Good start inside the front row. Forstner drifted a little wide trying to get the big run. He's going to set in and settle for second right now. Garrett Boyd trying to make a move. He goes to the bottom. I think we're just going to see the 21 run the bottom. I don't know that he's going to venture. As soon as I say it, he goes right to the top. I was going to say, I don't think he's going to venture to the top. He didn't like it in practice much. So we'll see. And maybe he's got 1 and 2 down the bottom, 3 and 4 up to the top. Or 1 and 2 up at the top, 3 and 4 down the bottom. A little bit of a battle for the lead. Corey Blevins does get onto the track. He's already 3 laps down. He's going to have to get some wave arounds or he will. Oh, caution for the first time. Frank Ranger. Going to be a problem for Frank. 17 truck, the blue and white truck right here. I think he's just going to spin out, getting in the corner. There he goes. Keir missed him. He backs it down to pit road, gets it out of the way. No harm, no foul. I think we'll see a wave around maybe Corey Blevins. Blevins missed the start, but he's in there. And it looks like he actually got out and got on the lead lap. That may have been a little bit by design. I don't know why he would do that, but that may have been a little bit by design. That could have bit him right in the hind end. Speed coming off pit road, and you got to go back in. So we'll see caution number 1 on lap number 5. Might have been lap number 4. Forstner, Watson, McLaughlin, Boyd, Everett, Demore, Spalding, Scott, Pearson, Mackey. So the drivers that started in the top 10 stayed in the top 10. A little bit of shuffling of positions, but no major movement. Let's go look and see. Brock Bigelow and Adam Vinny, 19-20. Tony Martin is 18th. And Corey Blevins still back here at 24th out of 25 drivers. Russell Harold. I don't remember calling his name in the lineup, so he might have been on a row by himself way back there. Oh, you know what? We were missing. We're forgetting to do things. Whoa! We didn't want to do that. That's not a click. Ooh, where'd that come from? We're forgetting to do things. Whoa. Yeah, we're getting rewind. Okay, now we know what's going on. Now we got it under control, folks. All right, we're going to double them up, get them ready to go back to green. All right, now we got it all squared away. Shouldn't be any more glitches unless iRacing has something in store for me that I can't anticipate. Pace car is going to get out of the way down here. Back to green we go.
Green flag, green flag.
Good restart for Mike Forstner. He'll grab the lead right away. Garrett Boyd will work his way to second. Boyd going for 2 in a row if he can hang on. Sean McLaughlin into the fence in turns 1 and 2. He is slow, but underway. He may have significant damage. 30 plus. Woo! Forstner and Boyd in close proximity. DeMoore running in third. Everett, one of the Dash for Cash drivers, up there in fourth. He's right in front of Watson. Remember, Watson started on the front row. He has slipped back a little bit. He runs fifth right now. Mackey in the sixth spot. So we've got Budweiser, Michelob, and Coors Light running 4, 5, and 6. So the beer wars are on, folks. Kevin Spaulding, Stephen Pearson, Hugh Escobar into the ninth spot, and then there is Jonathan Scott. Caution, we see that from behind right there. Coy Callis, another one of our Dash for Cash drivers, and he may just lose this thing on his own right in front of Sean McLaughlin. Right there. Bump. A little roundy round we go. Oh, hold still, young man. Let them all clear you. Well, I guess if I ever get back up that way, Wisconsin, Minnesota, I may have to see if I can find some of that. Just to make sure that it's good. All right. Let's do a check on our top four in points. Corey Blevins is 16th. Tony Martin is 18th. Adam Vinny now 14th, and Brock Bigelow up to 13th. Caution's not hurting these boys at all, working their way to the front. Forstner is up here. One of the Beards Conson drivers at the front right now. Boyd, DeMoore, and Everett. Right behind that. Everybody getting ready. Get things doubled up this time when we come out of four. You can see Flagman still showing them the yellow. The one to go is going to be the signal this time by New Hampshire. You know, I said this before, I think, Barbara. I would love to come up in the fall when the leaves are changing and take that drive all the way through New England and you know, see all of that. But I'm an aversion to the cold. All right, green the next time by. Mike Forster chooses the outside row for the restart. All righty. Pace car ducking out of the way, just waiting to hit that start zone, drop that green flag. We're back underway. Man, what a start. Forster on it, perfectly on it. He'll grab the lead there side by side for fourth. Or for third, excuse me, third and fourth. Everett on the outside, DeMoore on the inside. They'll stay side by side. This was what we wanted to see, side by side racing here at Bristol. I have a couple of friends from Kansas that made that trip a couple, 3, 4 years ago, and they just rented a nice little economical vehicle and said they made the whole drive and that it was absolutely fantastic. It did get a little nippy in the evenings. It got a little chilly. It was really chilly in the mornings when they were getting up to head out, and it was really cold in the evenings when they were getting in. And since I'm vastly opposed to cold weather, yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to see. Caution behind Trevor Hicks, Jonathan Scott. I don't know what happened here, but let's watch these two. There, oh, Sean McLaughlin, big blink right there. Hakes is going to get in. Oh, man, I'll tell you what, Sean McLaughlin, he's going to have to be careful because he's got to watch himself. These guys in front of him spinning out every time. They're scared of the 77 truck. So we're going to drop the caution once again. Michael Everett. And I don't know what happened to him, but he's catching back up to the field now. Looks like he didn't get his spot back in line. Adam Vinny's cracked the top 10 now. He is in 10th with this caution. There's so many laps left. We're already on our third caution. Caution laps are counting, so we're just ticking off laps. But all right. Forstner, Boyd, DeMoore, Everett, and Watson the top 5. Mackey, Spalding, Pearson, Corey Moore, and Adam Vinny the top 10. Corey Blevins up to 11th. Brock Bigelow in 12th. So 3 of our 4 drivers from the back, well, they run 10, 11, 12, and 13 because Tony Martin is right there 13th. Then Chavez, Kier, Escobar, Bojanic, Gomez, Ranger, Mashburn, and Harold through 21st. Everybody else a lap down. McLaughlin, Hakes, Scott, Toykalis out of the race about 3 laps ago. Almost 4. His spin and subsequent contact, I think, a death nail for the 2 truck. So his bid for Dash for Cash will come to an end early tonight. Running back and on the track now. He's going to be a few laps down, but I don't know. Truck looks pretty heavily damaged, and he is about 3 laps down. He's going to be 2 laps down officially on the scoring pylon because he just got one back. He was almost 3 laps down when he came out of the pits. We're about to drop the green flag and get back to it. Forstner again on the outside. I don't know if it matters where he starts, honestly. As good as his start was the last time. Yeah, he's getting launches. This time a little slip getting into 1 and 2. Garrett Boyd will slide right by. He'll take the lead. Here comes Austin DeMoore trying to make him all the way back to 3rd. 1 lap ago, he took the green flag first. This time by, he runs 3rd. Mike Forstner loses 2 spots. Span of a lap. Watson's 4th. Now it's Spalding 5th. We're having caution again. Coy Callis just brought that 2 truck back on track. Ooh, there was one that Russell Harold got loose and just got out of the way of everybody. Callis goes into turns 1 and 2, promptly backs it into the fence, and then he catches a little piece of Trevor Hakes right there going by. So issues for Callis. Once again, Sean McLaughlin, 77 truck, I believe, is officially retired. So he'll be our first to leave tonight's event. And we'll be down to 24 trucks, 23 of which are on the, 21 of which are on the lead lap. 2 a lap down, and then Callis, who may be done this time. I don't know, that truck back end pretty tore up on that one this time. So let's go see Adam Vinny 9th, Brock Bigelow 10th, Corey Blevins 11th, Tony Martin 15th now. Those top 4 in points, a little bit of separation. Just waiting for him to give us the 1 to go. Caution number 4. We have ticked off a lot of laps under caution. Only thing that means is the guys can't pass each other. Little damage on the nose of the 31 truck I see there. He must have gotten into the back of somebody while we had the camera off, because that nose is pushed in pretty good. I won't be surprised if he has an overheating issue before we're done here. If we get a good long green run, he may have an overheating issue. We keep getting these short runs where he can cool that thing back off, he'll probably be okay. He's up to third right now, or up to fourth right now. Front row, this is a mirror image of last week. Garrett Boyd and Austin Demore. And then Forstner and Watson, Spalding and Everett, Mackey and Pearson, and then Vinny and Bigelow. So the Beards Wisconsin boys both inside the top 10 now.
Green flag, green flag.
This time looked like Boyd was able to figure out whatever it was that Watson was doing on the starts, but he gets a great one. He'll grab the lead. Demore second. Forstner slides into third. Watson and Everett 4 or 5 before we get back to any kind of action with Spalding, who's getting a run from Mackey on the high side. Here comes Adam Vinny trying to work his way around Stephen Pearson. Vinny kind of run a little bit of a diamond. Enter low, drift up, exit low. And this time goes in the middle and try to slide job Pearson. He gets it done. Move him up to 8th. Here comes Corey Blevins right with him. Brock Bigelow's trying to work around the 83 truck as well while the door was open, but I think that door may have closed temporarily. Truck spinning out. Mackey saves it. What a piece of driving by Mackey. Let's go back here and we'll get on that 99 car. Well, we were going to. There he is. Yeah, we missed it a second time. He got that truck sideways. He ended up pulling that back in line. He lost a lot of spots. He's all the way back to 14th. He was running about 7th at the time. Kept us under green flag conditions. Top 3 have broken away here from Spalding in 4th. Spalding running all by himself. Cameron Watson's going to be in the clutches of Adam Vinny pretty quick. We're about a dozen laps from halfway. Feels like it took an eternity just to get to halfway. Slow truck. Demore with a problem. Austin Demore lost the truck. Saved it. Keeps us green, but he goes down on the apron. Now he's going to fall back to 6th. Back up front because the gap is pretty good right now. Caution. Corey Moore. 45 truck. Right next to Michael Everett. Oh, it was U. Escobar, and Corey Moore tried to miss it. Took off the nose of the 8 truck, and then takes Tony Martin for a ride as well. And then Martin gets creamed again. I don't know. Oh, the 125 got in there. Mashburn. Tony Martin's truck looks heavy on the damage side. He's going to take that thing around. We're going to see if Martin can even get back out on the racetrack. Right front fender is gone off that truck. There was a little bit of smoke coming out of it. We'll see. Well, I think he's going to lose some laps, but everybody coming to pit road now that the pits are finally open. This will probably shake some things up. Guys have bad pit stops, you're going to lose a lot of spots here. Looks like Stephen Pearson has elected to stay out on the track. He doesn't think that it's time for tires yet. Watch Garrett Boyd. We'll try to watch Adam Vinny as well. Corey Blevins is in the shot right here. And Vinny went in 6th. He looks like he's going to come out 4th or 5th here. So he's going to make up a couple of spots. It'll be Boyd, Forstner, Spalding, Vinny, Watson, the top 5 coming out. Blevins in 6th. Then DeMoore, Bigelow, Mackey, Gomez. See about Steven Pearson. Old tires. He's got a lap truck beside him right there. No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. He's got a lap truck. Gomez. Gomez is trying to. I don't know why he didn't get a wave around. Or Ranger. Ranger's up there. I'm sorry. I got the wrong truck number. Frank Ranger's up. So Frank Ranger stayed out as well. Hello, Mr. Church. All right, pace car out of the way. Pearson trying to be easy on the start. He's going to get away with the lead. He's not going to have it coming out of 2, I can assure you of that. Fresh tires. His teammates even going to go right around. Ranger catches some fence out of turn number 4. This time Pearson catches a little bit, getting into 1 and 2. Oh, truck around. Mike Forstner is going to cause a big one. Will jump on the Ford truck right here. He goes down into the corner, back in, steps out, and he backs it right across the track. I'll tell you what, Adam Vinny escapes one. Brock Bigelow, on the other hand, does not. Austin DeMoore does not. Brandon Mackey didn't escape it. I want to go back and watch this because I want to watch it from a different driver. And I'll tell you, I want to watch it right here because this is close. Not as close as it looked in the other angle, but still close. So Boyd, Spalding, Watson, Pearson, and Pearson will peel off and go to pit road. That'll move Vinny up. Then Blevins is right there as well. Mackey, Bigelow, and Bigelow's truck. A lot of damage on the front of that 27 truck. Fly the drone in there. You can see. Doesn't look good. Mackey's truck, he's got some damage on the back. If they can get that spoiler straightened up, I think he'll be okay. Once these guys hit their pits, we'll update the top 10 real quick because we are about 2 laps from halfway. I think we'll be restarting this thing right on the halfway point. As you can see, caution number 6, we will be 50 laps into it. And we will not restart on lap number 50. We will probably restart on about lap 51 or 52 here. Boyd, Spalding, Watson, Vinny, Blevins, Gomez, Escobar, Keir, Ranger, Bojanic. The top 10 right now. Martin is out. So, bounty money. Bounty money is gone. Bounty money will go up to $40 next week. Doubling them up once again. Boyd chooses the inside. All right. Pace car out of the way into the restart zone. We're going again. Good start from Boyd. Good start from Spalding. Side by side behind. Watson has the inside. Vinny up high. I saw problems for that 11 truck in the practice session. I haven't seen a single one since we dropped the green on this race. And he is just cruising through the corners. Reeling these guys at the front right up. I think he's just going to be content to sit here momentarily and ride. Watch for the weak spot out of the 25. Pick him off. And he'll set his sights at 21. There was the weak spot. He got a little loose on the exit of the corner. Now drags the fence. That's an easy pass. That is a simple pass. Lap traffic will become a factor shortly. For your leader, you can see lap trucks right in front of him now. Trevor Hakes stays to the inside. He'll go a lap down. Coy Callis. Now it's going to be a Russell Harold. And Vinny is just reeling him right in. He is just closing right up. Caution. Frank Ranger once again in the 17 truck. Right there. Chavez in the 23 just went by. Into the corner and around she goes. So we'll take it back up. Caution number 7, lap number 57. Russell Harold. And I was thinking he had just gotten lapped right there. He may not have gotten lapped before. He may not have gotten to the next scoring loop before the caution came out. So we'll see. It does keep him still 1 lap down. A lot of trucks on pit road. Mackey, Scott, Forstner, Chavez, Bigelow, Everett. 14. We're past halfway, man. Past halfway. I don't know if we're going to get to that number yet. I don't know. We get a couple late. We might get a whole string of cautions. You never know, Jay. Never know. Watched these two last week. 1-2. It was a lot closer to the end before they got together. But Boyd and Vinny finished 1-2 last week. Corey Blevins is right there in the 24 truck. He's 4th, right behind Spalding. You Escobar in the dash for cash. And the 72 truck inside the top 6. Pace car getting out of the way. Good restart here.
Green, green, green.
Boyd executes a good one. Vinny's going to try to keep 2nd. Spalding alongside. It's just going to be too much run on the high side. And Spalding not going to be able to hold off. Little wiggle out of the 21. Vinny is going to try to go for the juggler right here. Man, he got the power down. Nobody else can get the power down like that, getting out of these corners. Adam Vinny able to go straight to the front. Picks up the lead on lap number 63. Blevins behind. Caution again. Max Pern. Forstner. And Mike Forstner had already been in one, but let's go watch. 125 in the 4 truck. Ooh. Same matter. Can't occupy the same space at the same time, folks. And that's what happened there. That was a turf war. So we'll bring the heat down once again. Caution number 8. So we're averaging about 4 laps in a caution right now because you get 4 laps under caution. 8 times 8, 64. Math is simple. Bristol can be beautiful or it can just be an absolute nightmare. Are we going to get a waiver round finally? Who's going to be our waiver round? Trevor Hakes is waving around. So Hakes will be about maybe 10 or 11 laps down when we restart. Bounty money is already gone. No bounty tonight. Tony Martin out early. Crash. That is one of the things that triggers the cancellation of the bounty. So no bounty. It's going to get interesting now at the front. We've seen these two battle. Last season, they battled like crazy. Corey Blevins, Adam Vinny. We will see if Mr. Blevins has something for Mr. Vinny tonight. Ice skating? Is there adult beverages involved when you ice skate, Mr. Church? I certainly hope not, because that's a dangerous combination. All right. We're doubled up. We're going to head down the backstretch. That pace car is going to drop off down here in 3 and 4, and we're going to get things going once again.
Green flag, green flag.
Adam Vinny's going to get a good restart. He's going to have the lead all to himself. Corey Blevins. Not such a good restart, but it looks like Boyd is going to be able to hang on to third. He's going to get around Spalding. Through 1 and 2. Spalding will fall to fourth. Watson into Moore. Around and through past Pearson. They fall in line 6, 7. Pearson to 8th. Escobar still 9th. Gomez up to 10th in the 55. And the final, or up to 9th in the battle for 10th, Kieran Scott. And caution. I don't know who this is for. Oh, we don't want to see this again. Ford Truck has had a bad night, and he's going to have a worse night. Well, once again, folks, the same matter can occupy the same space at the same time. That is simple physics. And if you know anything about time travel, all it does is mess up all kinds of ulterior timelines. It's a mess. It's bad. So let's not get into all of that. We're going to slow things down once again. Beards Conson in the house. We're getting down to the end. 2 of our 4 drivers that went to the back now at the front. In the closing laps, Vinny and Blevins 1, 2. They started in the final 2 rows. Let's see, where is Brock Bigelow? 14th, and Brock Bigelow has not had a wonderful night tonight. That truck involved in a couple of incidents, not of his doing. It looks like they got all the sheet metal pretty well squared up on that thing. So we're going to restart. Probably about 27 to go. That's what it looks like. Vinny and Blevins will be the front row. Boyd and Spalding in row 2. DeMore and Watson row 3. Row 4, Pearson and Escobar and Gomez and Kier in row number 5. All right. Ready for the restart. Ooh, Blevins was asleep again. Boy, Corey Blevins probably needs to work on his restarts. That's all I'm going to say. Going to get second back on the low side of 1 and 2. Spalding is going to battle with Boyd here. Third and fourth, and Boyd will get that. Now it's a battle behind in 5th and 6th because DeMore has the bottom and Watson has the top. And DeMore will take the spot. Escobar up to 7th, Pearson 8th, Kieran Bigelow 9, 10. Bigelow now inside the top 10 right there. So 3 of our 4 drivers from the back into the top 10. We'll see if Bigelow can pick up any more spots the next 24 laps. Vinny got company. Blevins right behind him. A truck link, maybe 2, separating 1st and 2nd. Garrett Boyd's not giving up. He goes back to the bottom of the racetrack, and he'll put his hat back in the ring to go after a win, try to make it 2 in a row in this series. Blevins to the bottom, up to the middle. Going to put the pressure on Vinny. Vinny knows he's there. Lap truck. Russell Harold, that'll get him single file. No more side-by-side battle. We'll have to regroup, do it again. We're going to get into lap traffic because Ranger is right in front of these guys. The lap traffic may be the saving grace now. It's going to prevent some of the battling that was going on because they got to all get single file to get by these guys. Laps ticking off quickly. Garrett Boyd getting aggressive. Drived it in deep down there in turns 1 and 2 on the bottom. Slower lap track. I think that's Michael Everett, one of the Dash for Cash drivers, right in front of our leaders. He'll go a lap down. Or another lap down, I'm sorry. He's 40 laps down at this point. Just making laps, trying to collect points. The next truck, well, that's Trevor Hakes. Blevins is going to have to figure out how to get there and force the 11 off the line he wants to run and maybe use one of these lap trucks as a pick. A little bit of clear track in front of these guys now. Now Blevins sees the empty racetrack in front of the 11, needs to close up if he's going to go try to get the win. It'll be 15 to go this time by. Garrett Boyd starting to fall off the pace just a touch with these guys. Lap truck, that's Russell Harold once again. Seems like they're lapping him about every 10 laps. His truck very slow. That time into the fence goes the 11. It didn't slow him down much though. $13 to go for Blevins. Blevins got a good run that time out of 2. Down to the inside. The exit speed on that lower part of the racetrack not nearly as good as it is up high. You got to roll the truck good up high, but you can get in faster. Down to the bottom, you just can't exit as well. Here comes Boyd again. Just when I thought he was falling off, he's right back in the mix. Lap trucks again. That's Trevor Hakes right in front of these guys once again. 55. Oh, if he stops right there, we're getting a caution. Yep. So all the action that was building up just got erased. Driver pulled to the inside down on the apron and stopped his vehicle. Another 50 yards, and he could have pulled into one of the pit road entrances or exits, and no caution would have come out. So 10 cautions in roughly 90 laps. Leader, and he's going to fake this. You know he's going to fake this. Looks like Kevin Spaulding will take advantage of the caution with just a few laps to go and go get tires and see how many trucks he can pass late. You knew he was going to fake it. The chances of him giving up the lead were pretty slim. He goes and no one else comes. He threw it away. He doesn't go, and most of the guys behind him comes. He's a sitting duck. Fortunately for him, only one driver in the top 10 decided to go to pit road. That was Kevin Spaulding. Vinny Blevins, Boyd, DeMoore, Pearson, Watson, Keir, Mackey, Bojanic, and Chavez are the top 10 right now. Forstner in 11th. And what a night he's had. If he could get back in the top 10, that'd be a win for him. Spaulding, Escobar, and Jonathan Scott through 14th. I think that's all of our lead lap trucks. Russell Harold's a couple laps down. We watched him go a couple laps down. Well, Sean, I hate to hear that, buddy. I hate that your stuff went down. I just saw that. All right, we are doubled up. We'll be going back to green. 7 laps remaining, so a 7-lap shootout.
Green, green, green.
Green flag. Blevins does not get a fantastic start. Adam Vinny, on the other hand, does, and it may be everything that he needed. We'll see. Six laps to go. This time Blevins gets a good run through 3 and 4, and he closes it back up. He's going to go right to the bottom. Shortest way around, but like I said, that exit speed off the bottom, not so good. The battle will be for third right now. Boyd trying to run the bottom. He can't get a run to get beside Blevins. Try to take that second spot away. Wave lap that time by. We'll be at 4 to go this time. Vinny still out front, clear by 4. Blevins took his shot on the restart. Couldn't get there. Got a bad restart to begin with. Couldn't get there. Couldn't do anything with Vinny. Vinny's got the top. That's just the best way to get around. It's going to be the most momentum coming off the corners. 3 more times around. Two to go. The battle's heating up for second. Boyd is getting there. I just don't think he's going to be able to take a line that's going to get him around Blevins unless Blevins makes a mistake. This time, the white flag, a half mile. He'll do it twice this year, it looks like. Back to the front and pick up the win. Adam Vinny into 3 and 4. Just has to negotiate 1 lap truck. And he is going to win at Bristol tonight. Blevins second, Boyd third. Mackey and DeMoore battle 4th and 5th. So Vinny goes to the back and then goes to the front, but he didn't get there for about 65 laps. So well, let's take a quick look. Spaulding was 6th, Pearson 7th, Bojanic 8th, Chavez 9th, Escobar 10th. Kira 11th, Forstner 12th. Scott in 13th. 14th was Watson. Harold 15th. Ranger 16th. Gomez 17th. And Bigelow 18th at the very end. He went out with about 7 laps to go. Hakes 19th. Callis 20th. Everett was 21st. Mashburn 22nd. Moore 23rd. Martin 24th. And McLaughlin in 25th. Internet issues for him. Now let's go back. Who was our highest finisher out of? Gomez. Where did Gomez? Gomez 17th. Escobar. Where did Escobar finish? Hugh Escobar will be your Dash for Cash winner tonight. Highest finisher of those 5. So let's get down here. Let's get ready. We aren't going to see all that. I'm not really liking. That's the only thing I'm not liking about my new camera pack. Kind of stinks for this. Yeah, we don't have a good. We're just going to deal with what we got, guys. Sorry about that. Let's get our driver. There's Boyd. There's Blevins. Where is Vinny? Can't get that guy to do it. There we go. Now we got him. All right. So let's get driver that finishes in 3rd tonight. He won last week, and he had his way at the front for a while. Garrett Boyd, Bristol, being Bristol.
Yeah, it's wish we'd had probably about 10 or 15 more laps. I probably could have had something for him. I felt like the tires were coming in, and every time I felt like I was getting in a groove, a caution would come out. So, short track race.
Yeah. Bristol racing, being Bristol racing, you're going to get either a lot of caution or you're not going to get any. And tonight it seemed like a lot. And you said it breaks your rhythm, and it's got to be frustrating. But if you had a long 50-lap green run, you'd probably be wishing for a caution just because of how tight it is to race around here and how much effort and focus it takes. You need that break every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, a break's nice, but it's really nice when they're few and far between. But, yeah, getting the rhythm's so important here. And so if you lose it, I was really bad at firing off, and those 2 guys in front of me were pretty good at firing off and getting going pretty quick, and it took me 2 or 3 laps to get rolling.
Well, another great run, man, a podium after a win last week where you had to fight off together that eventually wins here tonight. A couple of really good runs put together after kind of a dismal start to the season. Things are looking like they're turning around.
Yeah, it's hopefully we can keep this momentum. I was really wasn't expecting much out of tonight. I'm normally never really good at Bristol, so there's a nice change of pace here.
All right, man, shout-outs, thank yous, and we'll let you get out of here tonight.
I got to thank you for broadcasting this and then putting the truck in the league, and then Michael and all the guys for putting this deal together. I don't know their sponsors. Sorry. Quality One, Netcode Esports. Come join us on Thursdays. I think the season's starting up probably towards the end of the year. We're kind of on a downtime at the moment, so come hang out and race with us. And then everybody for watching, and then my girlfriend, because I got chewed out last week because I didn't say it.
Well, good for Kelsey. All right, my man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on another great run. I'll look forward to seeing you back next week.
Thank you.
Garrett Boyd finishing in 3rd tonight, and now he gave some chase. He got close. Just not enough room on the exits, I think, for Mr. Blevins to execute a pass here. Corey, it was a tough battle all the way from the back.
Yeah, started in the pits.
Yeah, we noticed that. We thought you were going to be the one that killed the bounty tonight, and it ended up being Mr. Martin.
Yeah. I tried. Could I done anything different? I probably just overran my tires trying to get to him, trying to get him past on the inside. There was one yellow there where I thought I had him, or right before the yellow came out, and it was close. I don't know if you caught that, but it was super close.
It looked really close, but the last scoring loop was the one you crossed, and you weren't there at that one.
Yeah, I know. It was close. I had a couple of close calls there towards the beginning of the race. I actually hit the inside wall. I don't know if you caught that, but
We did not.
I had a little bit of damage from that. Just a little bit. Not enough to kill me at Bristol though. So yeah, I was slowing down and brakes locked up, and there I went to the inside wall. But thankfully, nothing too serious, so I was able to continue. So.
Well, coming from the back, a lot of cautions can either be a blessing or a curse. How are you viewing that tonight, knowing that every time you got a caution, you were able to bunch back up and you were able to pick up spots on every restart?
Yeah, that helped quite a bit. If it would have stayed green, it would have been pretty difficult, especially because I had almost went a lap down there at the start of the race. So if there wasn't very many yellows, it definitely would have been tough. And luckily, right when everybody decided to pit there, I didn't think everybody was going to decide there. I was going to pit regardless of what they were going to do. I think it was like lap 45 or so, and I could have swore they weren't going to pit, and they were just going to stay out. But yeah, everybody decided to pit. I was going to try to get off schedule a little bit, but it didn't quite work out the way I had planned it. But overall, I'm pretty pleased. But Adam, I got to do something to beat him.
well, I think you're going to need some help there sometimes. He just seems so fast all the time, and guys get close, and he just cranks it up another notch. So an awesome run nonetheless. A second-place finish, man. It's going to keep you in the top 4 in points. So next week we know you're going to go to the back again. This handicapping thing doesn't seem to affect you guys a ton.
Yeah, as long as we don't get involved in any chaos that happens in the back, towards the beginning of the race, that kind of typically happens, which, very well could have happened to me tonight had, things went a little bit different, or I wasn't able to get slowed down in time. I would have been involved in one of the earlier crashes, and it definitely would have affected me. So it's definitely dangerous starting back there, but luckily we're fast enough that most of the time we can drive back up there and still get a good finish.
Well, awesome job tonight, man. Second place finish. Shout-outs, thank yous. We'll let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, shout out to you as always for the broadcast. Keys Architects and Associates, I keep changing the truck on you just to keep you on your toes a little bit.
I don't mind. I'm a big Jeff Gordon fan, so I love seeing the different paint scheme.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, good run. I'm very pleased with it, and I appreciate the broadcast as always, Roger.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats again. We'll look forward to seeing you back next week. And we know you're going to the back again.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Roger.
Corey Levins finishing second tonight. And now some guy, I think he's a rookie. I don't think he's ever won a race in his life. He's up here tonight. And somehow the stars aligned and everything fell into place. I think some of the other drivers just gave up because Adam Vinny had to drive from the back. Man, it's getting too easy. We're going to have to do something else to handicap the 11 truck.
No, just I was fortunate. I stayed out of trouble and everything, but it's Bristol, baby.
Yeah, it's Bristol. And this place can either test your nerves and your will, or it can be a good friend. And tonight, in practice, you looked a lot different because I saw that truck very free. But in the race, it looked like it was absolutely planned, and you were able to do whatever you wanted, whenever you wanted.
Yeah, practice. I was just trying to see how much my truck could handle. Once race came about, I knew the right rear were going to get burned off these trucks, and you had to be spot on getting into the corner. If not, you're just going to loop the truck, and it's just going to get gross. So once race came, I tried to slow it down and feather the throttle a little bit and just keep the tires under it and keep the fenders bent out and not bent in.
Well, I got to say that I'm disappointed there are no green hoops on that truck, and I think you guys are all full of baloney because the green hoops are the only ones that are supposed to add horsepower.
Well, this is just a red coating over the green, so, but don't tell nobody.
Nice save. You're full of baloney, sir. You're full of baloney. It was a great drive, man. You got close to the front there, And I knew you were going to go for it as soon as you saw a mistake. Boyd got a little free getting down to the corner. Boy, you didn't waste any time. And then after that, it was all about perfect restarts.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I knew it was going to be tough getting around Boyd, as I said before. He can just drive the heck out of anything. So good. And I don't know if nerves got to him or what, or if he just got in wrong, but I thought I saw him get a little loose, and I don't know if he scrubbed the wall or what. And I was like, well, here's my opportunity. I got to put it down, and hopefully it sticks. And fortunately it did. And then, yeah, with those restarts, I look up in the mirror just to see who's hanging around, and there's that 24 truck, and he was super fast. Once his tires cooled down, he was able to run the inside and just truck me down. But if I just kept hitting my marks on that, it's so tough to pass here. If I didn't make a mistake, it would have been definitely hard to pass me. If he would have got past, if it was roles reverse, it would have been so tough for me to pass him. I don't think I would have been able to do it. But yeah, great run by everybody.
Okay, so now I got to tell you, your car owner's giving away all the secrets because he said the red hoops are for grip. You traded the horsepower for the grip tonight. Okay, now we know. Now that truck has to go through tech. Every nut, bolt, rivet has to come out of it. We gotta get it over there quick, my friend. Car owner just put you in a pickle.
Like I said a couple weeks ago, I know nothing. I'm just a car driver. I just hop in and they just say go. So
he said driving, I could drive, right?
yes, sir.
All right, man. Give me some shout-outs before we let you get out of here.
Yeah, the Dirt Racing Network, you, Roger, everybody that came out to watch. Hopefully we put on a good show. Beard Wisconsin, Small Batch Beard Oils and Balms, Next Level Litigation Support, Fridge Brick Time with BAM, Port Charlotte Lawn Care, series sponsors, Alex Thompson Racing, Ranger Creative Concepts, yeah, No Coast Customs for the paint, and obviously Brock for the paint. And yeah, just thanks for everybody coming out and supporting the channel. This is why we do it. We do it for you guys. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on another great drive, buddy. We'll see you next week.
Sounds good. Thanks, Roger.
Adam Vinny picking up another win. He had to come from the back to do it. He did it at Kansas. He got close last week. He gets it done again. So it's going to be hard to hold the 11 truck back. But awesome drive. Now we know when they got the red wheels on, they're going for grip. They got the green wheels on, they're going for horsepower. I can't wait to find out if they put chromes on them, what that does. Probably turns it into a freaking jet plane or something. Who knows? Awesome race again tonight. I want to thank you all for being here. Without you, there's no reason for us to do this without all the great leagues giving us fantastic racing. There's nothing to cover and no reason to do it at all. So high fives and pats on the back all the way around for that. Till we see you all the next time. Peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down. Come back and see me as